I believe we are on day 37 of this final little push to get down to 15% body fat. For the very first time in my entire life. Always struggled with my weight, always had a hard time with it. Never been an athlete or anything like that. I played sports, but like not well. And I've always been overweight. So this would be a first for me, you know, very big. So from the start of the journey to our lowest weight, we were down 7.2 pounds. Pretty dang solid. That was in the first 28 days or a little bit prior to that. So we were keeping up a pretty good pace of, I think, 1.8 pounds per week, 1.9 pounds per week. Somewhere right in there, which is exactly the highest amount that I would like to lose without giving up the potential of losing some muscle mass at the same time. So I definitely want to hold on to all the muscle gains that we have put on and just lose fat if possible. Of course, you know, who doesn't want that? So we're out here today. Today's going to be my fasting day. It helps that work is still horrifically busy, grotesquely busy, disgustingly busy, because I don't have time for anything else at all. I barely have time to think. So I haven't done anything besides work today. I'm only at 165 calories. That's ridiculous. That's nothing. That goes to show, though, that if you are extremely busy and you work like a desk job or you work anything where you're just kind of stuck at your position, wherever that might be, like, it greatly impacts how many calories you're going to be burning throughout the day. If you work a manual labor job, I mean, hey, you definitely get a little boost from that, you know? That's the nice part, is that you're out there working, moving, doing whatever, you know? Even if you're working like manufacturing or something, even that helps. But I will say that I am 100% against starving yourself. If you're absolutely hungry and you're starving and you want to eat something, eat something. I might have a little something. I'm feeling like I'm getting hungry now. So that might come along, but nothing yet is my point. And I want to let you guys know I haven't had anything. So though the calories are so incredibly low, we're about to go burn some calories. So usually on my fasting days, what I like to do is I like to hit cardio more than anything. So today will be a cardio day, something I only throw in about once a week. That's not to say that I don't do any cardio. It's just usually a steady state cardio or something like that. We're talking walking, bike, elliptical, incline walking, things like that. Lower impact, and you still get those calories burned, so can't complain there. But today, we're going to be doing actual cardio. So we'll be getting some jogging in, some walking in, headed to the park right now to get in a loop. I think we'll just do an entire loop around. I think that's about 3.5 miles. So I'll walk a mile or so, maybe about half and half, or maybe 1 mile walk, 1 mile jog, 1 mile walk. We'll just see how it plays out. You know, I'm going to do it by feel for sure, but regardless, we're going to get some jogging in. Looks like the sun's going to come out, which would be amazing, because I don't want to have to jog in the cold, but I'm not against it. So let's get out there. I'll probably meet you guys like partway through, let you know how it's going, and yeah, we'll check in.
All right, we are about to be 15 minutes in, 0.8 miles about to be. So what I'm gonna do is take that 15 minutes, everything. Ooh, I might be walking into some rain. Look at how dark it is over there. Regardless, I'm gonna try and get in 30 minutes straight light jogging, trying to keep myself in zone 2. We'll see how it goes. At the very least, we'll do a mile, but if we can, 30 minutes straight would be awesome. All right, quick check-in. 7:45, almost 8 minutes in, 0.6 miles, 60 calories. We're looking good. I just reset the watch and put it just for this part. I didn't want to get confused with the walk before and this. So I think we got 60 or 80 calories in originally. So we're already up over 100 added on today so far. And heart rate wise, right now we're at 135. High end is zone 2. As soon as I put my phone away, focus on just the jogging, we'll go back down to about 130 flat. Perfect spot. Much faster pace than I'm used to, even on a good day. Maybe 13 minutes is pretty brisk for me. 15 used to be extremely fast for me starting back in January. So it's very nice to feel confident in the jog and just kind of enjoy the weather. It's nice to be out here burning calories. All right, I'm gonna get back to it. See you guys in a bit. All right, we are nearly 25 minutes in right now. 208 calories, heart rate 132, 1.89 miles, nearly 1.9 miles in. Keeping a pretty good pace going in comparison to what I would normally do. I think the last time I ran over a mile, it's been years and years. So not only is this the first time in who knows how long, but to keep it below the 15-minute for my 1 mile and keep it consistent for the 2nd mile, very, very impressive. And on top of that, those old paces, the old 15 minutes, that's in zone 3 and zone 4 because it was so taxing. Now it's manageable, doable. And we could hit that time while maintaining zone 2. Amazing progress you can make. Oh, if you would have told me that I'd be running sub 15 while staying in zone 2, no freaking way. Not possible. Not this year, at least. Maybe next year. But yeah, so cool when you see those little things. Yep, 13 minutes, 2nd mile done. First one was like 13:02 or something. That one was 13:18. So barely over 13 minutes each, staying in zone 2. Amazing. Whew. I'm gonna walk it out for, I don't know, 10 minutes, catch my breath, and then we will go a lot quicker, a lot harder for the last little bit, getting back to the car. But by then we're gonna be pretty close, so it's gonna be maybe 3 to 5 minutes tops that we're gonna be not sprinting, but definitely, you know, quick jogging, and that's how I'll end it. But feeling very good, guys. It's amazing how much your body can change in so little time. All right, we are officially 35.5 minutes in, 276 calories, 2.44 miles. I'm only gonna finish to the 36 mark, and then we will run back to the car. I imagine it's only gonna take 2 to 3 minutes at the most, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna try and push it. We're gonna go pretty quick, pretty crazy. See if we can surge up the calories, end it on a high note. All right. So we're at 280 calories. I'll see you guys there.
Whoo, Jesus, man. I am sweating buckets. I'll tell you what. Whew. Looks like we made it just in time. The wind's freaking picking up. That would have sucked to have to run in that. Oh, okay. So, I think when we were on our way in, we were at 163 calories for the day. We are currently sitting at 580. What was that, 420 calories? Very good. Very freaking good. Let's see what we ended with, what it looks like. So, 2.71 miles total. 38 minutes, so it took 2 minutes and 12 seconds to run the rest of the way. 5,852 steps, almost 6,000 steps here now. 303 calories just from the jogging and that ending portion, not the walk prior. That got us the rest of the way there with another 120 or so calories. Average heart rate, 128, right below the top end. I think I top out around 133, 135, somewhere in there is the top of the range for me personally. Highest was 156 at the end there. We were definitely getting after it. 19 minutes 37 seconds, almost 20 minutes of the entire 38 minutes. So we're talking way more than half, with 10 minutes being at a warm-up. So that was probably the 10 minutes when we were walking, plus maybe the beginning a little bit. And then just 8 minutes at zone 3. So there were a few times where it's uphill, or I was trying to pass people where I pick up the pace, get a little crazier with it. And we end up raising the heart rate a bit more, but for the most part, stood right in that zone 2, which is the perfect spot where we're staying in a sustained range where it's easy enough to continue to push on. Like at that pace, I think I could have gone another mile. It definitely would have gotten tougher at the end there, but I think I could have done another mile at the pace that I was going at, keeping it kind of around that 13 mark. And if I had to guess, my heart rate would have went into zone 3 around the end, just because of the extra fatigue on the legs and everything, pushing it a little farther. I think it would have brought the heart rate up just a little bit more, but for what it is already, crushed it, man, crushed it. That was amazing. I'm so happy with the progress, man. I remember not even being able to jog. Like, it'd kill my knees and just mess me up. So it is so cool to not only be able to jog now, but to jog and get going, you know? Beat my time when I'd be near damn sprinting when I started out, compared to now, we're in zone 2, kind of just jogging, enjoying it, and beating the time by 2 whole freaking minutes. Like, crazy to think how much progress you can make, I'm telling you. Write little stuff like that down, you know? Like, if you can only walk a mile, walk it as fast as you can, see what you can get. Pay attention to how fast your heart rate gets, pay attention to how strenuous it is when you start out, and then compare it months down the line when you are a freaking beast in the making, and blow your own mind with just how far you've come, because that's a huge accomplishment. And I hope you know that if you're getting after it. I hope you've written down at least a few things, or you have a video or two that shows something, or maybe you have a smartwatch that tracks it for you. Look at those old records. Look at how slow you used to be. Look at how hard it was. Look at how that was you pushing it to the limit. And then look at you now, and how it's manageable, and you're kicking your own ass compared to at the start. Such a cool feeling. I hope you get to feel it too. Seriously. It's genuinely life-changing. Like, it feels so good. It's so cool. And it's so rewarding. You know what I mean? Like, not only are we continuing to push ourselves harder and harder, like with that end run, that was pretty quick the whole time, and I just kept going and going. I was gonna give up like halfway, and then I don't know, I saw the car and I was like, okay, I can fucking do it. Let's go. Let's push it the rest of the way. And like, if that's not a metaphor for the entire fucking journey, I don't know what is. Like, you start seeing the results, and you start seeing that it's a little bit closer, a little more attainable, that it's actually out there and you could see it finally. Because when you start, it's such a daunting task. You're so far away from it. And that's why it's so hard to get started, right? You know, like, is it even possible? That's the real question. And it is possible. Just start with those first steps. Literally go for a walk. Understand that you did something active, something to do, like, to make yourself better. Steps, that's it. Then take it a little bit farther. Walk for 5 minutes longer. Walk for a full mile. Walk for 2 full miles. Get in 10,000 steps in a day. Get in 12,000 steps in a day. Start walking on an incline. Use the elliptical. Use the bike. Build on it. Gain yourself some momentum. Get after it. Because like I freaking said, man, I have been out of shape my entire life. I've played sports, but I played them shittily. I was not good. I was C team. I was D team. Never in my life have I ever been even like a semi-athlete. All of my friends faster than me, better at running than me. All of it. Always. Always. I had more of the strength side. I was able to lift more and things like that, but that's because I freaking weighed almost 300 fucking pounds. And when you weigh more, you can push more weight. Usually, I should say. Not always. Usually. It helps. That's why it's easier to lift when you're bulking as opposed to cutting. By easier, I mean like more weight. I should really be more clear with what I'm saying. It's easier to lift heavier weights when you're bulking because you have more calories at your disposal, and you could utilize those in getting your glycogen stores and everything like that. Your ATP processes faster because of those glycogen stores. We could really get into the whole science of it if you would want to. But my point here is you eat more, you can usually lift more. Usually. You can just be fat. Absolutely. Alright, I'm ranting about nothing, literally now. Just get out there, get after it, because, like, if I could do it, you could do it. Trust me. Trust me. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Sounds cliche and all that, but I promise that's what it's all about. Just a little bit more every day. And some days are going to suck. Some days are going to feel way harder than the others. Some days you're going to want to lay down and do nothing. Some days it's already 4 o'clock and you've barely put in 100 calories and you got 900 more to go. Sometimes it happens. But you still got to put in that work, because now I know I feel good. I feel so good. I got the like little runner's high going. I feel like I sweated out a lot of demons. And I don't know, I just feel good. I feel accomplished, you know? Like, we went and we jogged almost 3 freaking miles. Let's freaking go. I can't tell you the last time I did that. Genuinely, like, I have no idea. It's been so long. But, yeah. Make yourself proud, you know? Alright. Dinner is ready. But before we do that, let's go ahead and weigh in. We've been fasting for most of the day. I had a really small snack. I had some tzatziki with some bell pepper and some naan. That was just something to hold me over more than anything. Like I said, I don't think you should starve yourself. It makes no sense to. You know what I mean? That's not something you can replicate over and over to not only like healthily lose weight, but to like sustain it and keep the weight off. So I don't condone it. Snack when you need to. You know what I mean? Snack smart. I snack smart. We had veggies and like I think it was 140 calories maybe. So I mean, come on. So with that being said, let's see what we're looking like. Oh, I just watched the video from yesterday, and I did not notice until minutes ago that you could not see the scale, like the weight on the scale. So I apologize for that. I'm not even sure if I said what the weight was, so you guys might be fully in the dark about what the hell just happened. So if so, that's my bad. That's on me, 100%. I did what I usually do with like moving the phone down to get it, and the reflection was exact. So the most recent weight that I have written down was 195.7. So not our absolute lowest, but it is what we need to beat to make sure that we're, back on the downtrend. Up a little bit. I think it's muscle and water weight, because stomach is down in size, and if you're seeing what I'm seeing, we're looking pretty dang lean. Okay, let's go. Wow. Holy crap. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, let's do this. Let's get after it. I'm excited. Hopefully, we're down. We've been kind of stagnant, kind of teeter-tottering. All right, tired of the stagnation. Hopefully, we got this. Let's get it going. 195.7 or lower. There we go. Okay. 195.1. That puts us at a pretty good spot. I'm pretty happy with that. We're back on the downtrend. We need to be a little bit farther than that. I think 194.6 or 7 is our lowest. So we're knocking on the door of it again, which is freaking awesome. Hopefully in the next day or two, we end up having a pretty big downtrend and we see some genuine weight loss, because we're looking good, guys. This is nuts. I can't believe that. That is pretty dang good. Oops, I forgot to show you guys. Hold on one sec. All right, there we go. All right, hopefully you guys saw it. But yeah, we're looking good. I'm happy about that. So let's eat, hang out for a little bit, and then hit some bike to finish off the day. We'll be good to go. Good cardio session this morning. Very freaking good. All right, check this one out. This is just air fried. We marinated it. Lemon juice, garlic, and some Dijon mustard. That's it. Doesn't get much more simple than that. Just a lemon, garlic, chicken breast. Perfect. Nice lean cut. Nice lean source of protein. Chicken breast, classic. But this is such a different flavor from what we've been having that, like, It's going to feel like we're having something completely new. All of the seasoning, all of the marinating, the variety is what is at the base of the success for the diet for me personally. Like, this changes everything for me. Oh, smells delicious, smells amazing. Let this marinate all morning long, and then toss it in, your oven, your toaster oven, on the in the pan, sear it on up. So many ways you can prep it yourself, but like I said, variety, 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 variety. I can't say it enough. It is the secret that has like made it so it doesn't feel like I'm having chicken breast probably 3 times a week, 3 to 5 times a week. I'd say I'm having chicken breast, and it does not feel like it by any means, because it's so radically different every single time. You've seen me do crock pot stuff where it's pull apart. You've seen me do just straight up chicken breast. You've seen me put it inside of a sandwich or a burrito or something like that. Like, those little twists on it are what keep it exciting and keep it fresh, so it doesn't feel like I'm just continually having like the same old, And by no means is this bland. This is delicious, man. um, 634 grams of chicken, 3 whole chicken breasts. Like, this is a lot of food. That's the blessing of fasting. You can chow down and go crazy. This is only 900 calories. That's including the marinade. And I'm probably overestimating the marinade. I'm probably having less than 900 calories. But with this, 142 grams of protein. We are absolutely stacking the protein right here. Insane. All I need to finish off the night after this, protein shake. I could even make it a little decadent, enjoy myself. We're good to go. That's how it is. So fasting definitely opens it up if you're a big time eater and you can like handle waiting until the end of the day. Absolutely mow down, have a feast to yourself. It could be the way to go. At least give it a try if you've never tried it. If it's not for you, like, don't starve yourself. Don't feel weird about it. But all right, guys, I'm gonna chow down. I'm gonna hang out. Um, yeah, we gotta get in some late night bike, so we'll eat this. We'll go hit bike. We're at 700 calories right now, so we won't have to bike too long. Maybe 40 minutes absolute tops. Maybe I'll walk around the house a little bit and help myself not have to go so crazy with it. But regardless, we got to get to that 1,000 calories a day. So got to keep the shred going. Let's go.